And I gotta say, man, I don't like this. I don't like this one bit. And it's not even against the Phoenix Suns. It's not against any of those players on an individual level. It's just about my principles about competition. Because just for context, I am 23 years old, so I hate to sound like this. Sounds like the sometimes the older generation, but on this, I gotta say, old players would never. They just wouldn't. I don't care if you drop LeBron James like in the 80s, the 70s, or even the 90s, and he kind of creates or embodies power empowerment, taking care of your own destiny, all that stuff. They still would never, not to that extent of stacking up the deck like that. Like, do we not want to compete anymore? You can make a case for both for Kyrie, for Bradley Beal, for Devin Booker and KD that they are all at the peak or very close to their peak when it comes to scoring prowesses. And you want to be on the same team? And KD and Kyrie, after what happened in Brooklyn, you want to run it back again? You want to stack the deck again? Like, it's ridiculous, man. And I don't even know if they're gonna win. I I pretty much lean towards no more than yes, just because who they gonna play with? Like Kyrie, unless he goes out there for like 10 millions, it just doesn't make sense. First of all, DA, you gotta go. Because there's no way DA he signed like something over 100 million last year. So, and you have Bradley Beal making 50 mil. You have KD making over 30. Book making over 30. I just don't even understand how the first big three happens. I don't even get that. But with Kyrie, yeah, there's just no way. So DA is out of there. And the rest of the players going to be you watching this video, me making this video, and random dudes off the streets, random fans, they're going to be like, hey, man, you 6'3", 6'4", hey, hop in. And we're going to play. We're going to rock. I don't see how they play defense. They're going to be must-see TV just because on any given night they can go out there and put 150. They can have 4 players averaging, if you combine all of the averages, damn near 90 to 100 points. And I'm very serious. All they got to do is drop 25. All of them drop 25, which is super doable. But man, it's definitely going to be an experiment out there because when it comes to actual playmaking, I believe that out of all these guys, the best playmaker is either Book or KD, and neither of those guys are really known for their playmaking skills like that. So it's just going to be a bunch of ISOs. It's going to be a bunch of duos all together on the court, and we rarely going to see the 4 of them at the same time on the court. It's pretty much going to be all 4 of them on the court at the same time when they start and when they end the game. But throughout the game, it's going to be a combination of, at this time we're going to have KD and Kyrie on there, and then we'll have Book and Bradley Beal, and they just switch. So it's constant offense on the court. I'm not worried about that side. Even if they look funky for like 10 to 15 games, 20 even, for the time that they need to figure out how to run their offense, at some point they're going to look so dominant on offense, it's going to be insane. But on the defensive end, though, who is stopping anyone? Out of this bunch, the best defender is KD. And I'm sorry, that's just not going to cut it. Especially no 34 to 35-year-old KD. And if on that squad, one of them gets injured, it's going to be spooky. It's going to be spooky because that means that one of these bench players who's just going to have to be a random, we have to step up and play 30 minutes. And he's just not going to be good enough in the playoffs for that. And at this point, KD is injury prone. Book has been hurt. Bradley Beal has been hurt. And Kyrie, we all know that other than 2016 when he won the ring, he's consistently gotten hurt in the playoffs. So, man, I don't think they win, but it's just in principles, I still don't like it. I just hate the fact that some players will just be like, hey, we just going to all team up together. And we gonna rock like this, especially if you're not even gonna own it. Because if you catch KD or Kyrie in a press conference, they're gonna act like, we just play for the love of the game. We don't care about winnings. Stop, judging my legacy or whatever. Stop putting your standards on me. I'm a free. No, bro, just keep it a beat. Let's keep it real, bro. You want to stack the deck like there's just no way if Kyrie goes out there. So it's not set in stone that he's going to go out there, but I just have this feeling that Kyrie would just be like, yeah, you know what, fuck it. Let me go back with KD. We're going to run it back one at a time. And if they fail, even if they win, it's still a bad look. Like, I'm sorry, like KD, right now you're like top 15 all time, right? But I don't want to hear about if KD wins about him climbing up the all-time rankings with that team. I'm just not. Like, for me, if you're gonna stack up the deck, the competition out there matters. And I'm sorry, you're gonna do all this to beat the Nuggets. The Nuggets were very good, but really, the Nuggets? It's for that. Like, you know, when we had the 2017 Golden State Warriors running through the league like it was nothing with KD, Steph, Clay, Draymond Green, but it was still good. Iggy, Livingston, and I can keep going. If that team was still in the league and other players were like, you know what, man, we're going to just team up also so we can compete with the Warriors, I would have been fine with that. Just because the Warriors are out there, so it's like, all right, we got to match it or we just don't have a chance. But in a league that's pretty well balanced, you just want to shift the balance of power like this. This is why, personally, when LeBron James went to Miami, that was still like a move. Yeah, I'm trying to stack the deck. Like, I'm not even going to sugarcoat it because LeBron is my guy. But I wasn't really that upset about it because in the league, you had the Celtics with Paul Pierce, KG, Ray Allen, Rondo, Perkins. Like, they were loaded. So I was like, all right, at least there's that. And the Spurs that you just had to respect, man, because that Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, Tim Duncan, and all these guys, they were formidable, you know. So at least you had that going on. Although the Miami were the favorite, the competition was still out there, and they weren't so above everyone else. But this move, like a move like this is what they're trying to do, pretty much. Just overwhelm everyone with star power and just be like, yeah, we're gonna rock like this. Although roster construction does matter, I just don't understand. And even, man, I don't know about the CBA and all that, but the luxury tax that they're going to pay is going to be insane. But anyways, at this point, I'm just talking, man. Get in the comment section and give me your thoughts. Do you like the move? Do you believe Kyrie is actually going to the Suns or not? And if not to the Suns, where does he go? And how do you view KD and Kyrie, especially those two's legacies, if they run it back one more time, and this time with Book and Bradley Beal on their side? So yeah, that's a lot of questions. But let's get in the comment section and talk about it, man. It's been your boy. Appreciate you guys for checking me out, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.